IC, Most Reverend John Mulachira, our Archbishop of Guwahati, all the officials of the ICYM Regional Committee, the National Committee, all delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Linus Nelly, Chairman of NERYC, Most Reverend John Mulachira, our Archbishop of Guwahati, all the officials of the ICYM Regional Committee, the National Committee, all delegates, ladies and gentlemen. God, that he was able to move forward. I mean, Isaac, this youngster's name is Isaac Surong. Isaac's story is really amazing because, his is kind of a journey, you can say in a desert of despair, in a kind of a valley of fear, almost like a mountain of uncertainty. And yet he was able to, carry this kind of a light that no darkness could extinguish. And that's really a pilgrim of hope is what I personally believe. And I think he's a great, great example, you can say an epitome of what faith can do. And being a pilgrim of hope, believing and surrendering yourself to God. And as he said, that it was not in rehab, but it was when I came out of rehab, when I surrendered to God, when I prayed to God, that I started to recover. And today, for 3 years, he has been without it. Second, apart from being a pilgrim of hope in his own life, Isaac is today a pilgrim of hope and a beacon of hope for others to know that if he can do it, with that faith that he had, anybody can do it. And the third aspect, which I think is so critical when it comes to the theme that we were discussing today, is exactly what Bahek has mentioned. The example of Saint Teresa, of how she had selflessly given herself to the service of the poorest of the poor and become, as he said, a pilgrim of hope. I hope that in today's program, as well as the next 2 to 3 days that you will be here, I hope that all of you will be able to become pilgrims of hope. Even in small ways, it's about, the care that you give. It can bring hope and can bring change. And especially in today's world, where there is so much of problems, issues, so much of concern, so many problems is facing us, I'll tell you that small aspect of hope can really take us very, very far. So I'm so happy. It was, of course, His Holiness Pope Francis, who had in the 2025 Jubilee mentioned the theme of Pilgrims of Hope. And we are so happy that we're able to take this forward. And today, the ICYM and the Regional Committee is actually having this program. And I'm so glad to be part of this. I thank each and every one of you for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to be here today, this evening. The second part is my small suggestions that I would like to give, especially to the youth. I only have 2 to 3 suggestions which I always share with the youth. I start with a story which I share very often. It's not a story that people have not heard me speak, but I'm very motivated with this story. And that's why I use this story. Maybe you have heard me give this story out before. But this story is really about football. And it's a story about